Hi, I'm Phil, and today we're going to look at the senior robot course, and we'll start off on the top with the NameBadge project. Then we'll move on to the clock, and that'll be done next month. So we'll start the NameBadge in May 2025. Then after the clock, we'll have a look at other projects. Then we'll move on to motor drive, the onboard sensors on the computer. We'll look at robot navigation, then adding additional sensors to our robot and additional servos and a joystick. Then we'll move on to robot communications, and there'll be enough there where you can build your own Mars rover. Then finally, we will add a bit of AI to that. And we'll start off with the NameBadge project, and that's on the top of our mind map. Okay, so the objective here is that we're going to introduce some new concepts. And this is for people that have either no background at all in electronics uh, or computing or robotics. Perhaps you've got experience in one of those, and we'll fill in the gaps. So we're going to introduce the hardware, and the hardware is based on a little computer from M5 Stack. It's called the Atom S3R, and we have a look at it. Um, it's a small computer that has a screen on top, and it has a lot of sensors on board. It's got a gyro in 3 axis, an accelerometer in 3 axis, and a magnetometer in 3 axis. In addition to that, we've got a LCD, a push button on the top, a reset button, and we have a way of connecting it to our Windows PC using the USB-C port. There's also a port A, and that's where we can extend the functionality by adding more electronics on port A. And we'll be using Grove devices and a Grove cable to do that. You can do the programming in the Arduino IDE or UI Flow 2, or even just plain MicroPython. So this is what our screen looks like. Reasonable resolution, and we'll be painting both text and patterns on the screen. Cost-wise, it's $17.50 US dollars, and it's the latest of the computers from M5 Stack. Applications, I'm using it for STEM education, but also things like the Internet of Things. And if I just want a simple microcontroller, I can just use the small computer to do that. So we've seen most of it. The only aspect of the hardware I haven't mentioned is that it has a IR interface. So you could use this as a remote control for your TV or air conditioner. And we've mentioned all the peripherals. You can add additional peripherals externally using bases and the Grove units. Okay, so we've got two projects, and the first one is that we're going to learn about the M5 burner. And why would you bother with that? Well, it allows us to load your program that you write with UI Flow, and it downloads that into your little computer. So the software that we'll be using is the M5 burner. And the hardware, we're going to use the Atom S3R. And when you download the program from the M5 website, you need to select one of the computers on the left panel, and the computer category is called the Atom S3. But we need to select the, on the right, we need to select the Atom S3R. We'll download that, and then we can just burn it straight off. And once we've done that, we're ready to move on with our first project, which is, or the second project, which is project 2, and that's our Hello World project. And we'll learn about how we can write some text onto the Atom S3R LCD screen. So our computer and our software will be using we'll paint our name and the label on the screen, and we'll do a bit of coding. And this is what our project will look like. And the results-wise, we should have been able to write our name on the Atom S3R computer. You'll be able to get the details on this on Dropbox, and I'll leave a copy on the screen. So we might move on now and have a look at a live presentation of how we can use this on your computer. So to use the M5 burner program, go across to the M5 Stack website. Just type in M5 Stack and go across on the upper and move towards the right to where it says software. And in software, we're going to select M5 burner. So when we get that, we can then select the version for our computer. So we're going to download the M5 burner software for Windows. And it's now downloading to our computer. Once we've downloaded that, we install it on the desktop and we just fire it up. And here it is. First thing we want to do is create a link to the program with our email and password. So I'm going to put that in, and you can do that by registering here. That'll give you some additional advantages. So I've now logged on, and here you want to select the computer on the left panel, which is part of the Atom S3 family. And here we want to select the Atom S3R. And we're going to burn that. So what we'll do is make sure that our computer is connected. We've got a little Atom S3R computer connected on the USB, and we're going to burn. And now we're ready to go on to the next stage. So we'll go on to the next project. So we'll put the burner program aside, go back to the website for the UI flow. And what we want to do now is select the UI flow version 2. Okay, so we'll start by selecting the computer. And the computer we're selecting is the Atom S3R, which is that one here. And here's a picture of our little computer on the panel. On the IDE, on the left, we've got a UI paint program, and we'll be using that in the NameBadge project. And we move to the middle area. This is our toolbox where we can select the various commands. And we don't have to worry about syntax, because by selecting these commands, we can then pop them in in the coding area, which is on the right. So we're not going to use any additional resources except the internal ones. And we might open a project. So we'll import the name badge. Okay, so when you start off, we'll start off as a new project. We're not going to save that one. And you get the two envelopes, and you have to populate those. But we need to also paint the screen. So the way I'm going to do that is to draw on it. And the first one's going to be the title. We give that a label, which will be name badge. And we're going to add the other labels. So we've got label 0, and we've got another label down here, label 1. So in label 0, I'm going to put my first name, and that we've now painted our screen. And all we're going to do is then select the button. So we go to button, and we get the event. So when we press button A, we're just simply going to go to the UI area, which is right up here, UI, and we want labels, and we just select one of those. And we're going to put my name on the first statement. Then I'm going to duplicate that and select label 1, and that will be my surname. Now we've got our name badge project, and all you have to do now is download it. Go to Run, select the computer, connect, and then go to the download button, which is this one here. Now, before you do that, you have to go back and reset it. So we have to press the reset button again for about 3 seconds. And now we're ready to download. So we click on the button. You'll notice that the port has changed. We select the computer, and we pick the download button. And we'll get a progress, and we'll get the labels on the LCD on our computer.